Welcome back. I'm playing Warhammer 40,000 Gladius, and we're working on our Necron Impossible Quest victory here. We should hopefully bring this campaign to a close this time. This episode, I mean. We're pretty much going to take out a little settlement base here. We're holding off the Necron invasion force. The tower occasionally getting aggroed onto us, but we're able to just slap them back a little bit. Thankfully, they've been just attacking us with kind of lower tier units. We got our third base up and running. Unfortunately, they took back our loyalty building, so we definitely want to try to get that coming. And I'm going to run this guy down to form another city down here, I think. So that'll kind of be our goals here for the day. Should be able to pretty much get everything up and running and completed, pending any catastrophic findings here, or developments. Yeah, it's range 3. This is range 3 too, I thought so. Yeah, don't be so freaking surprised I'm coming over to attack you. You're sitting here sending stuff my way continuously. Yeah, I'm real curious to know what's going on off screen though, because I haven't really seen much for activations here. I'm also surprised how well we've been doing for our energy most of this campaign. Let's just do that, and then have you merge. And we'll get some of these going.
You there? The power you trifle with, Overlord.
Get you over to here. There must be an obelisk around here somewhere. These guys' movement is all messed up.
You will suffer for your insolence. I will vent my anger upon you. I will fight you.
Well, we'll bring you back, I guess.
Give me a task.
And you definitely need to get out of there.
Be done.
Alright, another base is taken out. I don't know if that was really necessary to do or not, but we did it. I still want these guys expanding out. Let's see, we got another one over there yet. I think what I'll probably do is just run you guys up to here to help. Problem is, if they keep forming obelisks over here, that'll one or two attacks, as you can see from a super heavy, can take out a weak city. I see they just keep coming up with those damn builder drones. They just want to keep expanding for sure. I mean, it makes sense. They're very powerful. Yeah, I gotta pull these guys back. We're just gonna have to heal up. Here comes the obelisk.
Why do you call me? I will destroy every last one of you.
get you back here.
Destroy you all.
Alright, there you go. Let's get that city going. Get that. And this.
You there. You will cage a god. I will go. My skills are yours. I will fight you every step of the way.
Alright, we're gonna move back over to here.
No.
Tesseract vault it. Why? Oh, your production's way low because I have more population than I have needs. I see. That is unfortunate. Alright, oops, we got negative loyalty, so let's get a couple of those, and one of these, and we'll get another one. Because we're going to have to expand that location a little bit here. And I think we pretty much have this all on lockdown. The only thing that could really mess us up is if the whole Tau army, I think, aggroed onto us. I find that unlikely to occur. And even if it did, I could heal pretty aggressively for several turns at the cost of our influence. Let's see, yeah, what are they putting in for their...
You will regret this. Release me. My vengeance is a matter of time.
Alright, let's just keep this going.
Cage of gods.
Alright, we should probably just keep one of these at every city, kind of like what we were doing in the past.
I am your god. No.
Keep you up to here. You can hide there, you can stay here.
You will pay.
You can come over here.
Orders. I will go. This cage will not break.
Oops. Because it can do effectively 3 of those every turn.
Will not break. You will all submit.
Yeah, let's see here. Let's move you
You will
over here.
for your insolence. This cage will not break.
Effectively getting 8 healing.
You will pay.
They turn. Oh shit. I did not see that there was an obelisk over here though.
This cage will not break. I will destroy every last one of you. Speak quickly.
Alright, do that. Alright. Three, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 20, 21. Did I say 21 already? 24, 20. Alright, that should be more than enough. So I actually do not need any more population buildings. And you still got a turn here. Yeah, it seems like the farther you generate your borders, the farther away they'll summon in new units. It's like it must be coded to have some sort of space, which is interesting. Well, that can't be true, because occasionally they're spawning right on top of me over here. So I don't know what causes that. Yeah, that is on a location. Couldn't remember if it was or not. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. So I'll give him a little defensive bonus. Well, we must be getting close to the end, because now they're starting to call in Tesseract vaults.
My anger upon you! You are nothing before me! I will fight you every step of the way. Release me! I will destroy you all!
Alright, you're attacking there. I guess that means I'm going to move you up to here. Give him a damage reduction. And then you are actually injured, so let's just keep you here. And you can come over to here.
Submit. You dare. This cage cannot hold me.
Let's do one more round, and then one of those, and then we'll do that afterwards. Two. And then we are going to need to get our population up a little bit. And our loyalty. Ah, I forgot to use that. So I lost a turn on that one, unfortunately.
Speak quickly.
Yeah, it definitely feels weird not to do a very hero powerful army. I mean, the Necron Lord can be nice because he has that defensive protocol, which gives everybody armor, which increases their survivability, but it wasn't until the very end here where I had enough influence to be able to spam that stuff. Yeah, I really want to know what's going on around the map. I'm curious to see what's going to happen at the end of the game here. Well,
Foe is irrelevant. Behold the power you trifle with, Overlord.
I guess let's just heal.
You will all submit. I am beyond your control. I will break free. You there. I will fight you every step of the way.
Oh, bummer.
Speak quickly.
Alright, let's do that. Now we're getting into negative resource territory again. Oh, damn it, I forgot to use this. I keep forgetting. Once I click on turn, I can't change it. Alright. Yeah, see, our loyalty is going down further and further. So I actually may need to cancel these electricities and go with loyalty buildings instead. So I wasn't really taking into consideration how long that was taking. I mean, my energy is fine. I mean, it's starting to get to a point now where it's below where my cutoff would be, which is not great, but...
No.
Alright, let's get you over to here.
My patience wears thin. You there. You would count God. Release me. I am beyond your control. Release me.
Alright, let's get that off. Come here instead.
Release me. You would cage a god. You there. This cage cannot hold me. You cannot compare to me.
Alright, and you we're getting here. And then 2 of these. And then you're going for the ore. And you're going to sleep. Oh. And let's freaking do that before I forget again. Interesting, there's so much different resource stuff here. I guess we'll go to here instead. Yeah, I know I say this every time, but the end game crisis is just too slow. I wish it would just form a lot, bring more units in and like cut it in half the time or a third of the time. And then just being way more aggressive and dangerous. Because summoning in 5-6 units every turn is just not enough. Alright, well.
Release me.
Set you up to here.
Beyond your control. You cannot compare to me. I will destroy you all. Release me. You will pay. You will cage your blood. Awaiting orders. I will fight you every step of the way. It will be
Go over
done.
here, I guess.
I
Go
will
over to
not
there to hopefully start capturing some of that stuff. And we'll get you here. And then we'll get you over here. And then you are getting the loyalty. I guess let's start getting some ore. Alright, so we got that 3 bases up and operational, a 4th that's in the swing of things. That loyalty is definitely dropping the productivity. It's going down by 22%. Man, I really want to know what's going on.
I am beyond your control.
There's some of these other armies.
You there? Awaiting orders. I will fight you every step of the way. I will break free. I am eternal. I am a god.
Let's bring you to there.
I will not serve you. You would cage a god.
I'm curious to know if I advanced with these guys
Break.
and attacked the Tau base, what would happen.
Cage will not break. You would cage a god. You would cage a god. I will break free.
You can heal. So I guess let's bring you up to here.
Give me a task.
Get you to there. And now you are gonna do those. That'll get you to 14, and then here. Now see, like this is just like the resource haven over here. Should have had that city going first, but I just couldn't with the Tau. I think we're gonna move over to here. Actually, 43. That's the biggest Tau city we've seen thus far, so that's probably gonna be their main hub. Gotta be getting close to being near the end of this end game crisis. What did we started on turn 100 or something? So we're like 10 turns into it almost. Well, maybe my dumbassery by attacking their biggest base will create a situation for ourselves. But right now it's just too easy. But yeah, I'm not sure why these guys are running over this way unless they're fighting the neutrals.
Release me.
Ah, they formed another city over here. I see what happened. Yeah, this would be a good place too with the ore and everything over here. Sounds like there's some fighting over this way.
Release me. Release me.
I mean, I gotta believe these guys are close to being defeated.
I am eternal. I am a god. I every step of the way. I will destroy you all.
Put you up here.
As you command, Overlord. Will destroy every last one of you.
Alright, well, I mean, we're attacking. We've almost dropped that to half health. They've got quite the forces over here. And to think, I was worried with ending that last episode that it might make a really short episode today, but looks like that's not going to be the situation. Pretty much everybody should be almost level 10 that's in combat. All right. Go ahead and shoot into me if you must. I wonder why that went to 2 turns now, whereas the other ones were 1 turn. I don't think the negative population here should be affecting all my other cities, should it?
The cryptics tell you that these are members of a race created solely for war. Whilst their equipment is technologically crude, their numbers, sheer physical power, and psychic drive means they shouldn't be underestimated as a foe.
Interesting. So the orcs are coming for us now.
You would cage a god.
I was not expecting that to be the case.
You there.
I do like that though.
I'm beyond your control.
Maybe a little something different.
You would cage a god. Cryptic ready to serve. Release me. You will regret this. You will pay.
Alright.
You will pay. This cage cannot hold me. This cage cannot hold me.
I think we better just keep you there. 'Cause I'm a little worried you might be sniped by some of these powerful guys around you. Let's see, that'll be 47. So I guess if we're gonna be stuck here for a while, we'll just capture some of these locations and let your population build up. Especially if you're going to be affecting my other population, or my production of my other locations. Because that does seem to be a thing, unfortunately. Or it could have just been a bad production cycle. I'm not sure, but not really willing to find out either. What I'm curious to know, though, is what the heck is going to be happening with these orcs over here. Yeah. So these Megatrek scrap jets really are just ground-based aircraft, it looks like. Looks like a fuselage with a bunch of missiles, some machine guns. Has a drill. Wing missiles. Twin-link big shootas. Rock cannon. Looks like it's actually a pretty decent anti-armor unit early on. I wasn't really planning on killing you guys, but kind of bored with this endgame crisis, so I think that's probably what I'm going to end up doing.
You there? You there?
Take that back.
Release me. I will destroy you all. I will break free. Behold the power you trifle with, Overlord. I am eternal. I am a god. You will regret this. I will go.
Just wait there. You can wait here.
You there? Release me.
Alright, let's pull you up to here.
Regret this.
Alright, let's get you up to here. And we can get you over to there. And then we're going to have to heal some of these guys.
This cage will not break. You will
Same with you.
This cage will not break. This cage will not break. This cage will not break.
Alright, that looks good. We'll see who's left here. Ah, there is another city. I thought maybe that was going to be the last one. Unfortunately, no. I don't know what to make of that orc force that was coming over here. It does make me actually a little bit worried. So we'll probably end up pulling you back in case he's producing things in the city. Because there's probably an orc fortification around here somewhere. Probably right around here.
weak, fleshy race. Humans are fast-breeding and intensely territorial. Their strength lies in their numbers, their war machines, and their formations. Disrupt them, and they will crumble like sculptures in the sand. Another set of the weak, fleshy human creatures. Though uniquely, they are formed only of half the species, selected by a single chemical twist. They are not modified, nor filled with the power of the warp, nor large in number, but they seem trained and equipped well. Beware, like the green-skinned creations, the belief of these creatures can affect the physical universe. A rival Necron dynasty has somehow established itself on the planet during your eon-long slumber. They return your heralds in pieces and ignore your demands. They must be defeated to prove your ownership of this, your crown world. Yet another human group, but one that seems to be striving for perfection in metal. Your cryptech assures you that this isn't in tribute or in parody of your form, but that these humans are instead afflicted by a madness, much like the Flayers or Destroyers perhaps, that drives them to excise more and more of their living flesh in favor of undying metal. The cryptech deploys her aeonic weapon, and the thing that killed Eastan one moment screams incoherently, and the next whimpers. Its incomprehensible intelligence splintered 100-fold into Tesseract vaults under your command. Knowing now that Eastan was the messenger, you know that everything he told you was almost certainly a lie. His tales of the war in heaven, the fall of the Old Ones, and so on. After all, to think that the Necrons could have defeated both the Old Ones and the Catan is beyond comprehension. So, beyond the warp storm, the Old Ones doubtless still rule. But here, you shall stay safe inside this defensive tempest they have so kindly created. This shall remain a true planet of the Necrons, with you ruling over these mortal slaves until such a day as you are strong enough to challenge the galaxy once again. You will always remember with pleasure the howls of the Deceiver Shard, as the Silent King's hidden weapon worked alongside the Old One technology to dissect him alive. Now the Deceiver lives on throughout your crown world, as shards bound screaming into your Tesseract labyrinths, powering the engines of your creation. This new weapon made the reconquest of your world trivial. The rest of the Old One's spawned races surrendered or died with their cities when it was deployed against them. These slaves now mine the planet for its rich artifacts. However, the warp storm still looms overhead. You wonder what lies beyond it. A Catan-consumed void, a resurgent Old One empire, or something stranger. Perhaps one day soon, you will stumble across the artifact that clears the turmoil from the sky, and you will emerge and challenge the galaxy's rulers once more. If they still exist at all.
Alright, and with that we have victory. So it actually looks like the Portao, we're going to get tag teamed by us and the Astra Militarum, which are just going bonkers. Interestingly, we probably couldn't have gone to that south side to get a city going because they were going to keep coming up here. So we are definitely totally beaten back. Well, not beaten back, but cornered. Orcs are kind of running wild over here, kind of exploring different directions. Looks like they were in a death battle with the AdMech and winning. So not surprising, given that they've been in constant combat. They have the #1 economy because they get both influence and or when they kill guys. Well, that's not true. They get influence when they fight and attack, and they get or when they wipe a faction out. Interesting that the AdMech, or not the AdMech, the Astra Militarum are so powerful. They're tied for #2, and definitely looks that way looking at the map here. They have tons of cities. Looks like they were stuck in combat with the Adeptus Sororitas and the Tau, and then looks like the other Necron faction is intermittently attacking the Adeptus Sororitas, so kind of an interesting situation here. I'm guessing the Adeptus Sororitas were probably killing them, given how small the bases are, and then the Astra Militarum and them got thrown into combat with one another, and that started their major fight, and then we were just starting to take off with our other cities to help us get the kill. But yeah, if we had moved through here, they have another city with 39, 26, so they're down to 3 bases here. So we would have came down here and started killing their units, and then the Astra Militarum were coming up here. So yeah, really the Tau probably only had 5 turns left to survive. And then these guys are up and running. So probably what ended up happening is we would have killed these guys. The Astra Militarum would have attacked the Adeptus Sororitas, and then we would have, if we were trying to get a conquest victory, then would have started slamming into the orcs from this side here. And then while these guys are battling, probably would have sent a strike force down here to start slamming into the Astra Militarum. Now, on the extreme difficulty, the Adeptus Sororitas have no issues just making tons of cities because they don't have to worry about the loyalty, because they can only make these little secondary cities. So once you take out their main city, they're significantly crippled because they can only do this. But with having 100 loyalty per city, they can make lots of these little cities all around the map and not have issues. So I'm a little surprised that our Necron boys here were getting their shit rocked so bad. But maybe the orcs had come down here and fought them, and then they got beat back. I'm not quite sure what happened, but definitely kind of interesting. But the Necrons are definitely one of my favorite factions to play on this game. They're pretty easy. I mean, the big thing is once you get that Tesseract Vault, it's just good at everything. It can kill aircraft, ground units, anything that gets in its way. It has good survivability because of the amount of armor it has, and then it can also attack at range 3 with spells, or from range 1 to 2 with its regular attacks. One downside is that it's heavy, so if you move, you're going to be doing a lot less damage. But the other thing that's real nice about it is because it's a skimmer unit, you don't have to worry about any real terrain causing effects on you. You can just attack whatever you need to be doing, so that works beautifully for us. Kind of interesting that we had such little relics in our area. That actually caused us a little bit of grief with getting our objective going, but overall it worked out pretty well for us. I was a little slow to get these bases going, but again, the Tau really kneecapped us, and then obviously having the base destroyed by the neutral Necron army that got summoned at our Chapter 6 was definitely a pretty significant setback with our economy here. And you can probably see that they actually knocked us back here. So looking at our scores, orcs, Astra Militarum, Tau were pretty much tied for first place until we started knocking them down more. And now the Adeptus Sororitas are kind of plateauing as the Astra Militarum are attacking them. You can see the AdMech are plateauing as the orcs are killing them. And then looks like the Necrons were doing really, really well. So yeah, then they must have been pushing up, and then the Adeptus Sororitas got in there and they must have started killing their bases because there's a pretty precipitous drop there. So economy-wise, yep, pretty significant that these guys are number 1 and 2 throughout. Military-wise, we were pretty slow for most of it, and then we started creeping out with an army and getting some kills. And you can see once the Necrons and Adeptus Sororitas met, then they really started to drop pretty precipitously. And then once the Astra Militarum started attacking the Tau, you can see that their army really started plummeting pretty significantly too. I'm not quite sure. I guess it must be because they were getting kills against the Tau that their army points went up so much, because they were doing so much killing, is what I'm guessing is happening here. And you can see we came up, we're definitely lagging behind the other groups, but not actually as much as you would think, given that they have the extreme benefits and we have only our Necron neutral situation. So actually, in terms of technology-wise, we were not lagging behind too bad. And then in terms of details, we only created 66 units compared to 540 for the Adeptus Sororitas, almost 600 for the Astra Militarum, 300 for the AdMech. Those guys were taken out. Yeah, see, the frickin' Tau had 818 units because they have all those drones, and then the Orcs have 560. So let's see, we had almost 20,000 resources compared to almost 50,000. Well, 45. So that's over 2. And yeah, look at the Orcs here at 81,000 because they had 34,000 influence, which is more than our total resources that were accumulated here because of all the combat they're doing. And again, Ore becomes their solid number 2 at 27,000 because of all the kills they're getting. So yeah, pretty crazy there. So with that, I think we are done. If you need additional assistance, I will create a how to play the Necrons video if you need that. It might be actually uploaded by now by the time this is uploaded onto there. So if so, go ahead and check out those how to play playlists, and that may help you. If you're enjoying these videos, please give my channel a like and subscribe to encourage me to post more content for you. Otherwise, have a great day.